How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the corner. I am the DM as always, and today I want to talk about Avowed. Now, I'm sure some of you already know what I'm about to talk about, but I have to talk about this anyways. As the title probably suggests, I am very confused about why game companies are so just blatantly suicidal with their games and with their studios. There was a video I watched earlier today by Legendary Drops, um, and it brought to mind a question of why game developers seem to think that whatever they say has no bearing on their company as a whole. Um, So I saw a video just moments ago from Sun Grand Studios talking about how Avowed uh, is the Twitter channel is now blocking people for criticizing their games or for even being critical of them in any way, of for asking questions about their game. And indeed, even Sun Grand Studios himself has been blocked by Avowed. Now, if you don't know who Sun Grand Studios is, it's headed by a man named Jarrell. And Jarrell is honestly probably one of the greatest human beings, one of the greatest gifts to the video games industries in recent times, at least from an indie perspective. Um, Now, over here, I have a number of tabs pulled up that you can see. And I want to start off with this. I'm sure many of you have seen this tweet from Matt Henson, um, one of the lead art creators for Avowed, and it says, reminder to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice, my DMs are open, and he's a white guy, of course, and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me know or let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. Well, Matt Henson, you can always just go back to living in the woods. You don't need someone to replace you in order to do that. Additionally, you are not some savior of the games industry where your advice is somehow going to make a black person be able to overtake you. This savior complex, this god complex you have is insane, and you are the issue with the games industry. Now, up here we have this guy replying that if you are a white dude and intend on buying or playing Avowed, you're literally a masochist playing a game created by people who hate you and want you dead. Don't do it. Draw a line and say enough. Over here, we have this one talking about the same thing. And even Elon Musk down here saying he's confessing to illegal behavior won't end well for him. And up here you could say, you could see, oh, Elon, sweet summer child, this will only embolden me, you sad sack of shit. Um, and then over here, we have Odra stating another curator has flagged Avowed for its underhanded information suppressing tactics. And what is he talking about? He's talking about this, where the pronouns in the character creation, and that the developers won't let shills and reviewers show character creation because of it. Now, there's no real issue with pronouns being in character creation. Baldur's Gate 3 has this and no one fucking cares because Baldur's Gate 3 is amazing and they're not trying to suppress reviews or anything about that. They're also not really trying to push that kind of agenda onto people. Now, if we go over to here, we can see that this person tweeted out that, LOL, what did I say? Now, Musk has roped in the CEO of the company, all because you wanted, quote, stick it to him. When will these people learn? Now, over here, you can see a video from Asmongold talking about this, right? And then over here, you can see Microsoft's gaming division is excluding whites from being hired to work on their video games. By the way, this is illegal. You are not allowed to refuse to hire someone based off of their skin color here in America. And where are they based? Here in America. I'm someone who does this constantly, not this, but I show evidence to support what I state. So let me go ahead and pull up the law that states this. So right here on the EEOC.gov website, so this is an official government website, okay? Right here, prohibited employment policies and practices. Right here in the very first sentence, it says that under the laws enforced by the EEOC, which is Equal Opportunity or Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, it is illegal to discriminate against someone, being an applicant or employee, because of that person's race, color, religion, sex, including gender identity, sexual orientation, and pregnancy, national origin, age 40 or over or older, disability, or genetic information. So right here, literally the very first thing, it states that it is illegal to discriminate against someone because of their race. Race in this context being your skin color. Okay, and this will be down in the description. So they are discriminating against white people, refusing to hire whites specifically to work on their video games. All of their new hires are unqualified queer and black people because the company's executives have an explicit mandate against, quote, crusty old white dudes. Okay, so old, generally speaking, refers to someone who is more than likely 40 or older. So that is one knock. The second one being their race, their color of the skin, right? So this is literally illegal for them to do this. As Elon Musk points out here, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of what Elon says. However, in this instance, this is just this is not me agreeing with him. This is just straight facts. This is straight up illegal. They are not allowed to do this. And should the EEOC get wind of this, they can be in for a lot of criminal, not just civil, but criminal liabilities for this. This is absolutely insane, right? So if we go over here, go to ODRA, again, gagging reviewers to avoid showing content, a community manager that runs away from communication, and an art director who is antagonizing people on social media. And if you go here, you can see these are a lot of posts about on the Avowed Steam page, right? Talking about this, right? This is literally so much that if you are zoomed out entirely, it's nearly impossible to actually see what any of these are actually fucking called, right? Um, but yeah, so right over here, it goes on to say Obsidian's new RPG Avowed is shaping up to be the newest disaster in a long line of games that place ideology above entertainment. And again, if you want to have like pronouns or whatever in your game, that is one thing. But placing those above entertainment, which is what the video game genre, the video game industry was about in the first place, is about entertainment, that's when it goes a step too far, right? Now it says here, how soon until the Steam forum page gets scrubbed for damage control? Well, we can look at it very quickly. So right here we have my Steam account on the Steam page, right? And we could just kind of scroll down for a little bit, and you can see how many of these topics are just about exactly what they're doing, right? And you can see like this one right here, DOA means dead on arrival. Devs, you have a chance here. Shunned game design. right? You could just see a lot of people talking about this, and this is just on their the official Steam discussions page for Avowed. Now, if we continue to look, right, we can go over here to Giga Vega. Well, mark your calendars, guys. February 25th, Avowed comes out for free on Game Pass. This time, I will actively promote the toxicity of the anti-woke to help Matt Henson bankrupt his company. This is what you get when you hit activist, fem all, uh, or fuck them all. Sorry. Whoever financially backed this pile of garbage should be doing him for purposely taking the game. $200 million wasted, right? And he has pictures right here. Avowed art director Matt Henson admits to wanting to make Elon Musk mad, and hints game is ultra woke. Now, I don't know how, like, backwards your thought process has to be doing this intentionally. We've seen what this kind of rhetoric, what this kind of intentionality gets for games that go like into this ultra woke narrative. It absolutely kills the game on launch. We saw this. The best example is that I can give is Concord. Concord leaned heavily into this ultra woke narrative, and by doing so, completely destroyed their own game to the point where it crashed and burned before the game even came out. It had maybe a few hundred players on launch, and then had a few dozen concurrent players after that. And not even a month later, 2 weeks later, the plug was pulled on Concord. $400 million plus just immediately down the drain for Sony. And then I said that Sony was going to pull the plug on the studio itself. And lo and behold, that's exactly what they did. And I'll even pull up my YouTube studio proving it. So here it is, my video talking about how I called it months ago that they were going to shut down Firewalk. And I believe it was in this video right here where I said they were going, it was either this one or, oh my goodness. Let's see. So it was either this one or this one, I think. It was one of my videos talking about how the studio was going to get shuttered because of the just massive flop that it was. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. That's the same thing is going to happen to this studio when Avowed comes out. Obsidian's going to see that it just absolutely fucking tanks. It's going to cost them an absolute metric fortune, and they're going to shutter the studios. I'm calling it right now. And then over here with Wasting Sanity, talking once more about it. Right here, once again talking about this, right? And then they need to feel the sting of shame for the rest of their putrid lives, to be honest. And that is me being nice, talking about this, right? Like why we must have compassion for these, or for those on the losing side of presidential elections, right? Talking about how Harris voters will consider Trump's win cataclysmic. And then this person saying that I also firmly believe that we need to crush these people's spirits into blood and earth, not being nice to the amoral supporters of an aspirational, gore-soaked dictator. Right? So just being overall, all around, just a piece of shit, right? Then over here, Pharaoh TV, we have this right here, right? So after all of this, Matt Henson talked about sickos.jpg. I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I can't believe it actually happened. Just wait until you see the default, you sad little shit. Right, so right here, as I mentioned earlier, he was intentionally wanting it to piss off Elon. Having pronouns in fantasy video games is utterly unacceptable. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think it really matters if you're not trying to push an agenda. But Matt Henson, right here, basically confirming that he is trying to push an agenda with his game. He's not actually trying to make a game that is enjoyable. He's just trying to make a game that pisses off Elon Musk, right? Now, here's the thing that I want to kind of point out here is that by doing this, you are basically saying that you don't want over half of the country to play your game, half of the United States to play your game. And I'm going to be honest, the United States has probably one of the largest strangleholds on the gaming industry. By purposefully rejecting half of the audience from, or half of the United States from your audience pool, you're basically saying, I want my game to die. I want it to be dead on arrival, and I want this game to flop so fucking horribly that Obsidian and no other gaming company will ever trust me with their game IPs ever again in the entire future, and I want to just be completely forgotten about. That's what you're saying, right? And then over here, once again, with wasting sanity, Obsidian co-founder Chris Avalon urges rejected devs to sue the studio. This is amid allegations of illegal hiring practices. And of course, we have the thread down here. And again, every single one of these links that I put, including this one, will be down in the description because I actually have some journalistic integrity. As you can see right here, Obsidian co-founder urges reject devs to sue Avowed studio over allegations of illegal racist hiring practices. Again, if they were rejected because of their race, color, or because of their age, if they are 40 or over, they are committing a crime and they can 100% be held accountable for it. And then the last one I want to talk about before I end this video is this one right here. I was denied a review code for Avowed since my critique of Dragon Age the Veilguard was too, quote, harsh, and got blocked by the staff over at Xbox. Something smells fishy and rotten. The game will be a disaster, mark my words. Only saved by Game Pass. It's not going to be saved by Game Pass. People are not going to play it, right? And so you have this right here. I don't speak this language. I think this might be Spanish. I think. I'm not sure. Jazz, if you're watching this, if you know what the fuck is being said here, I would love to know because I don't know. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have the care to type this into a translator and all that. But or anyone who's watching, honestly, if you know what this says, please comment down below and let me know. Um, but yeah, uh, Avowed is blocking people for criticizing their games. They are purging their Steam discussion board for anyone who is sort of questioning them in this regard. And mark my words, not only is this game going to be a complete colossal failure on the same level as Concord, I would not be surprised if within a month or two, their studio gets completely shuttered, all refunds are repaid, and everyone who was rejected for being white or being over the age of 40, I would not be surprised if all of them sued Avowed and won. I really wouldn't be surprised. So, Obsidian, if you want to make it right, cancel this game before it comes out. Issue a public not PR apology about this. Fire every single person involved in this illegal practice. And give a job to everyone who was rejected because they were white. That's the only way you can make this right, Obsidian. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm hungry. I'm going to go get something to eat because it's dinner time. Thank you all for watching it. Thank you all for coming to my corner. If you liked the video, hit like, hit subscribe. If you didn't like the video, hit dislike. Leave a comment. Let me know why you back these racist, bigoted, stupid fucks. And I'll see you all next time.